is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
All right. I was born to raise hell, born to rock and roll, born to whack 'em and stack 'em. Look at this beautiful leather vest. Born to ride, Donald Trump 45-47, Uncle Ted, the Motor City Madman, God, Guns, and Rock and Roll, Kill It and Grill. These guys are great. This is a great group, great group. Look at that. Heroes of the U.S. military, Afghanistan. These guys were at Sunrise Acres killing angry pork chops with Uncle Ted here recently. In fact, every weekend, just nearby in Hanover, Michigan, at Sunrise Acres, home of Mark Ditzel Taxidermy, and Rob Fortson Taxidermy. Do you have two taxidermists? I have two taxidermists and two butchers. Got Jerome's Custom Meats on Highway 12 in Jerome, Michigan, and JJ's over there in Hanover. I have two butchers and two taxidermists. Anyhow, spend a campfire with the greatest Americans. Thank you, everybody. Paul Wilson and George and Dave, my son Toby and Jim Knapp. We have killers. I mean, absolute killers come in every weekend to Sunrise Acres, and they kill pissed off porkers. We have the time for a great campfire, sing the song Fred Bear, I Just Want to Go Hunting, My Bow and Arrow, groove, grind, stranglehold licks, and killer, sexy, outrageous Motown Funk Brother, Soul Brother, Blood Brother guitar licks. But these guys, thank you very much, Born to Ride. They swore me in as an official member. You know, I'm not a motorcycle guy. I had a Honda 360 that I drove all over the state back in 69 and 70. But these guys are so, the people. Do you know anybody with more positive vim and vigor than me? You probably don't, because I am bombarded with such love and positive energy and attitude and piss and vinegar. Freedom! And so, Born to Ride made me an honorary member. Uncle Ted Nugent from George Colella. Is that Colella? Colella Andy Wystock, National Vice President. They swore me in as an official member of Born to Ride. There's a proclamation. It basically says I'm one bad mofo and that they deserve me and I deserve them. So thank you very much, Born to Ride, Blood Brothers. Great people. They're heroes of the military, law enforcement. Barack. And also, speaking of heroes, you people need to be heroes. You know, we can all be heroes just by standing up for truth, logic, and common sense and raising hell. Remember when Kyle Rittenhouse on film used his rifle to stop a paroled felon with a Glock trying to kill him? It's on film. Kyle Rittenhouse was so technically proficient that he was able to neutralize a life-threatening threat from a paroled felon from our failed court system. Yet a judge who saw the footage of Kyle Rittenhouse defending himself from an armed felon, the judge went, yeah, I guess we can charge him with murder. Yeah, let's go through the court system, waste $20 million. Even though I saw the footage of clear, unambiguous, irrefutable self-defense, we'll still charge Kyle Rittenhouse with murder. You people in the courtrooms are mentally ill. If you saw the footage of a man defending himself from an armed felon in an irrefutably aggressive, life-threatening manner, the prosecutor, when he brings it to you, you should have hit him in the head with your gavel. Bam, you son of a bitch, get out of my courtroom. That's self-defense, it's not murder. Bailiff, arrest this jerk ball. That's what I would have done. I should be in charge of every court in America. I know the difference. Even here in Michigan. So Daniel Penny, on the subway of New York, stopped a paroled monster threatening people's lives. He neutralized the threat, and the failed court system of New York charged him with murder. That prosecutor is mentally ill and spiritually void. So my point is, well, what can I do about it? Well, here's what you can do. Here's what I do. When you see a clear case of self-defense and someone attempts to charge the person who defended their life with murder, call your senator, your congressman, your governor, your mayor, your chief of police, your sheriff, your state trooper commander and go, what is going on? You can't charge someone who defends their life from a violent, life-threatening force. You can't charge them with murder. We, the people, have to speak up and raise more. Hell, if you're not raising hell, you might be French, where they've perfected bending over. Oh, well, there was a French resistance for a moment there. It's an instinct. It's pure self-defense, self-preservation. It's an instinct. It's as pure as a backstrap barbecue. So, a salute to Mike Lindell. It's appropriate. Now is the moment I should salute Mike Lindell. If you want to say thank you, here's another thing you can do. Support those that have a big mouth like me. Thank you for supporting my Real America's Voice. Thank you for supporting Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild TV show on the Pursuit channel. You should call the Pursuit channel and go, thank you, because Uncle Ted and Shemaine get in some political statements. So I'm not into politics. You have, in order to be a real American, you have to be into politics. Everything regarding freedom, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is political. You would go. Everybody who graduated from school in America doesn't know that. But I'm here to educate you with self-evident truth, logic, and common sense. You're supposed to raise hell and push back against power abuse and judges who charge somebody with murder who clearly defended their life. And you know who does that? Mike Lindell does that. Thank Mike Lindell, thank Real America's Voice, and thank me by going to mypillow.com and spending your hard-earned money on the American-made products for people you love and you want to give a quality gift to. That's how simple it is. I can tell you all about the sheets and the pillows and the slippers and the dog beds and the bathrobes and the blankets and the bed toppers. It's all, we have them all. We had them all before he came on and supported my big mouth. You know, you're not allowed to have a big mouth anywhere except America. And in America, they're trying to censor people who stand up for truth, logic, and common sense like me. But you can't stop me. They've tried and I crush them every time because I don't bend over. I can't bend over. I make them bend over, Rover, and let Teddy take over. Go to mypillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT, and spend your hard-earned money with a great patriot like Mike Lindell for great products. I wear the slippers all the time. I wear them when I go hunting and when I plant trees. MyPillow.com. And also go to TedNugent.com. I think this is the last of them. I signed another 1,000. If you want one of these autographed hats. By the way, when you wear a Ted Nugent autographed hat, much mojo. Flame-throwing freedom shrapnel mojo. TedNugent.com. For all things going on that's cool. Anyhow, we have a great guest coming out in the next segment. He's a warrior of law enforcement. He's a brave voice that stands up against political correctness and censorship and the cancel culture. And I've alluded to it many times, but I'm sick and tired of the failed Black leadership and of the White House and our government who keeps allowing the Black community to be brainwashed and enslaved, continuing their self-inflicted cultural suicide. When time and time again we see videos of Blacks beating the hell out of each other, causing riots in airports and on cruise ships and downtown, and they have big gang gatherings where they raid these stores and just steal and steal and steal, and the whole Floyd, what was his name? Dirtball Floyd, George Floyd. Those weren't protests. Those were riots. Those were the green light for Blacks to destroy their own culture, destroy their own communities. And now we have this Sydney Sweeney doing a blue jean ad. And the Democrats and the Marxists and the communists and the left and the brainwashed idiots claim that if you're pretty and you promote a blue jean, that you're a Nazi. You know, this would not have made it in the script for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because it's too cuckoo. The left is absolutely soulless. And they won't condemn or give advice. We got Brandon Tatum. We got the Officer Tatum coming on in the next segment in just a couple minutes, where he is a voice of leadership, like Thomas Sowell. and Kevin Cork on Fox News, and Jason Whitlock. Black leader, and this one guy Smith on the sports network. What's it, Stephen Smith? How can the black leaders not come out and go, what are you doing? You know who's laughing the hardest right now in the world? You know who's laughing the hardest? The KKK, as they watch the blacks destroy their own culture. They don't even need some inbred, dirtbag, zero IQ, sheet-wearing doofus. They're doing it to themselves. And I know I'm going to be called a racist. Racist, he's a racist. No, I'm not a racist. I'm son of Chuck Berry. I'm Little Richard's baby boy. I'm Howlin' Wolf. I'm Motown Funk Brothers. I've always celebrated my black heroes. Johnny Gunnell is my black bass player. Marco Mendoza is my Mexican bass player. I don't judge by color of skin. I judge by content of character and punctuality. Got to show up on time. So we got the Officer Tatum joining us in the next segment as a heroic, unafraid, courageous, truth, logic, common sense hero, American. And because of the color of his skin, he can quote what I'm saying without, though the left will still call a black man chastising insane behavior by their fellow blacks, they'll still call him a racist. Joe Biden said if you didn't vote for him, you ain't black. The Klan is howling. I don't want them to howl. And it gets me thinking.